Hi, everybody. It's so great to be with you live again. Tonight, I want to talk about dealing with emergencies. Switch gears. Drop your bucket and hang in there. Now, what do I mean by this? The first thing is you have to switch gears. You're in an emergency. You don't have power anymore. So what do you have? If you have a propane, a backup generator, you're not going to be able to do all the same things with the generator that you do with your house, unless you're a millionaire and you've got a gigantic system. That means, you're not cooking the same way. You're using a hot plate instead of, your stove. You're carrying warm water from one room to the other. You're doing all of that. You have to switch gears. Now, is that easy? Evidently not, because we're so accustomed to doing things a certain way, and we feel safe that way. Oh, for example, let's say your father has just had a stroke, and your father has always been in charge of the family and all of the, what do you call those things when you invest money? The family investments. Okay, your dad does that. Well, let's say your dad has a stroke. You can't expect your father to be taking care of the investment portfolio when he's in the hospital, can you? But you've been expecting him to do it, wanting him to do it, leaning on him to do it. Or potentially you've been wanting to get him out of there so you can do it. So that's possible. And then you're going to jump in, you're going to switch gears with alacrity. But a lot of us get into a comfort zone that certain people are going to take care of certain things, or the power is going to take care of certain things, or the gate is going to actually be there and not be knocked over by 5 feet of snow. And that, you don't have to worry about the dogs running out. Suddenly you have to be conscious of all of the things that you have in your life, and you have to be able to switch gears when necessary. So how is this going to be solved? Now, it can be solved that way, or maybe what's going to happen is it's going to be solved in a different way, which is it's not going to happen. You say, okay, and then what happens if it's not going to happen? Should we switch gears by going somewhere else, driving to the coast, or going 30 miles? We're talking about power outages because we happen to be in this snow emergency zone. So that's what I mean by switching gears. Now, what do I mean by drop your bucket? Well, this is a very funny thing. I was struggling with something in the old days when I was a political activist. And a woman told me about a Jamaican proverb, which she said was a Jamaican proverb, but was it? I don't know. And it was, drop your bucket where you are. And that means you look for resources where you are. Now, my life is on the internet, right? We do grow on the internet. I'm always looking things up on the internet. We have no internet. We have no phone. We have nothing. Okay, where James and I are doing this from somebody's driveway 15 miles away from our house, and it's not really good. But anyway, dropping your bucket where you are means looking where you are for the resources you need. So instead of going to the internet, I have to look for my neighbors. Well, all of a sudden, we had to get to know our neighbors. So James walks out, right? And we need some shoveling. Well, nobody's going to come up from California to shovel our driveway. So we had to start talking to people. And then the guy next door happened to have his truck parked in front of ours, and he had a chainsaw on his truck. And he went across the street to the people across the way. And all of a sudden, we're part of a community. So we dropped our bucket where we were. We connected to the people who were available to us. And it started to create new relationships. So that has a positive impact, right? And the third thing is hang in there. And what do I mean by hang in there? Well, I think you know what that means. I mean, yesterday, after all of this, we're in day 6 of this power outage. We thought we were going to get our internet back tonight, and then I got this. We have a little cell phone now, whereas for the first days we couldn't even send out a text. Now we can get a text and have a brief phone call. And So when I found out that we weren't going to have the internet tonight, I felt so demoralized. Like, I'm sick, I'm old, I just can't take this anymore, right? I wanted to get to work, and I thought, oh my God, I can still do it. Like, I switched gears. We're doing it now. We're doing the show right now with the little internet that we have. So hang in there means when you feel like it's just too much for you and you just can't take it anymore, give yourself a good cry and get up and do it again. Take a nap. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need a nap, or you need a hug, or you need to say, okay, I'm not going to get this done today. Oh, I can't get this done today. But don't give up on your spirit. Don't lose your perspective of what's important to you. Don't give up on yourself and what you believe in and on what you want to happen. So I hope that Todd can piece together these little bits and pieces of video and make it grow. Because James is here. Hey, James, say hi.
Hi, I'm here.
Okay, we're in our car, and we're in the middle of, a snow catastrophe. Evidently, 9 counties in Oregon have states of emergency, and we're part of that. But we were able to, it's so good to know that I can reach you, because we're switching gears, and we will continue because now we're doing it differently, and we're still hanging in there. So I'm so sorry that you won't be able to send me comments that I can answer right away. I can't answer anything on Facebook. I have no internet. This is just a brief time that we can be here. And Todd is going to broadcast this at 6:30 tonight, and I won't be able to answer you, but it isn't because I don't have you in my heart and that I don't wish that I could be with you live tonight. But just know that I am alive and I am with you. And so that's enough. So let's all learn how to deal with emergencies by switching gears, by dropping our buckets, and by hanging in there. And if we have trouble with any one of those aspects, let's look inside and see why that is. See you hopefully live on Monday night. If not, we'll continue to grow however it does. Because I am hanging in there.
So am I.
Okay. Thanks so much, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.